all about love and friends and family.
It's all about sharing a feast and cheers.
It's always been happy cause the children are dear.
It's all about peace every time of the year.
If only I could see your face again, not behind the screen at the other end.
If only we could party, kick back your boots, just let me.
Wishing Christmas time to be together.
It's all about the family. It's all about TNC. What? It's all about the family. Don't fret, don't sweat. You know what it is, cause you know and I know we'll be together again.
We'll go together to be together. It's Christmas time once again, and you know how we'll begin. Spread love and receive blessings from above.
If only I could see your face again, not behind the screen at the other end. If only we could party, kick back your boots, just let me.
Wishing Christmas time we'd be together again.
Wishing Christmas time to be together again.
The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I am Sonny Jaldon and I'm streaming live from San Jose, California.
And I'm Haydee Jaldon, streaming live from Cebu City. This is Money and More.
Good evening, Philippines, and good morning here in the US. Welcome to the show, Money and More, Season 3, Episode 39 on TNC.
Yes, how are you, Sonny? It's good evening here in the Philippines.
Right, it's great to see everybody here. Great to see you, Haydee. Parang nasa parehas na place tayo, ah.
How I wish.
Celebrating Christmas. That's right, no? Yeah, Christmas is coming up. Is in 2 weeks, magki-Christmas na, no? In
19
fact,
days
19
to go.
days to go before Christmas. Ready na ba kayo sa mga Christmas sa Christmas list ninyo for you and your loved ones, sa wish list ninyo? Anong
Oh,
wish list
bigay
mo,
ko na
Heidi?
sa'yo yung ano ko, wish list ko, son.
Okay, anong wish list mo? Bunyag na natin. Kasi for me, ang Christmas ko, all I want you is you.
Char! Ano ba yan? Magiging
All I
ano na
want for Christmas is you. Nah. All right. So we're coming into the Christmas season, and normally, ang Christmas season is a kwan, no? We need to talk about is a time for us to celebrate, no, in the well, of course, the birth of Christ, but also to celebrate times with our loved ones, with our family and friends, and
Mhm.
show our appreciation for the end of the year, no. And it is also the time, no, na medyo maluwag tayo sa bulsa natin, no, and because we want to show our appreciation. That is why um, uh, that is why sa Christmas season nakikita natin that there's a normal spike in prices, and ang balita ko nga is that yung inflation ngayon dyan sa Pilipinas is around 8%.
Ang
Okay?
taas.
Ang taas,
You're
right?
correct.
For
What
in
about dyan sa ano, sa US?
sa US is still it's hovering around 7.7% now, given the
Well,
size and
almost the
scale of the
same, right? Di
right.
nagkakali.
Yeah, and
Di
given the size
nagkakali.
and scale of the US as a economy, 7.7% is actually pretty high. Malaki po yan, no? That's almost a loss of about half a million, no? Parang, to put it in context, parang yung 1 million pesos mo at 8%, ang 1 million pesos mo loses its value will lose 50% of its value in about 10 years. Yan ang ibig sabihin
Mhm,
nun.
mhm.
So, yung 1 million mo maging 500,000 na lang in 10 years. Parang ganun, no? If the inflation rate maintains at 8%. So, what does it mean for us? It means that we should be more vigilant, conscious, no, of the things that we spend. Yan ang natin. Things that we spend, no? Kailangan na, if we haven't started on our budgets, it is the best time for us to really look at our budgets, no? Especially during this Christmas season. It does not have to be
Lavish.
lavish,
Mhm.
basta within budget siya, and if it's spent with family and friends, then family and friends that we love, people who matter, then we can make this Christmas season the best ever,
Yeah.
no? Parang ganyan.
Actually ano, maraming excited ngayon to spend the Christmas, no? And I don't
Mm,
think that people can't help to spend it lavishly. But sana naman
mm,
they okay naman mag ano celebrate son,
mm,
but they have to spend it os-
yeah.
yung ano lang, tama lang kasi especially dito sa Pilipinas, we had Odette last year, right? And the previous year, COVID. So,
Mm,
madami excited, madami, even a lot of companies and corporations are doing their Christmas parties face to
mm,
face this year.
right.
So, expected yan na minsan they will go out of their borderline in
Mm,
spending kasi nga excited na ma-experience ulit yung mga Christmas parties
uh,
and Christmas celebrations at home.
right. Even ang sinasabi nga natin, no, it's the revenge of the face-to-face. And kita nga natin sa social media, marami pa yung mga Christmas parties that are coming up na face-to-face
Mhm.
Christmas parties. Nakakaingit, actually, a little bit.
Yeah.
Na nakakaingit
Bumalik
a
na
little
yung
bit.
sunod-sunod na Christmas party, San. Remember when you were here? Na halos every day merong Christmas
Oo nga.
party.
Well, walang ganyan sa States. Yan ang pwede kong masabi doon. Alright. So, yeah, and one of these episodes we'll be talking about budgeting. No, we'll be talking about budgeting, especially during this Christmas season, and especially coming up, no, for the new year in 2023. Parang gawin natin year ender yan, no? We'll be having a year
Mhm.
ender of what to expect in 2023. Yung New Year's resolutions, Christmas wishes, and New Year's resolutions, sana matupad sa atin, sa inyo, no, in 2023. But for tonight, okay, we are joined tonight by a very special guest who will be talking to us
Very
about
special guest indeed.
a very special guest now who will be talking to us about um, the current current events. Sabihin natin, current events in the world of digital media and digital marketing. And it's kind of appropriate, no, because of the changes that has happened over the past 2 years. Now more than ever, media, no, has changed the way that we connect to people, no,
Mhm.
has changed, and businesses have to be able to adjust or modify, their marketing strategies and their marketing budgets, no, um, with the changing trends, no, in consumption of what people see. And then we know of no other better person to talk to us about digital marketing than our very own president and CEO of TNC. Let us welcome and call to the stage Miss Apple Manansala.
Hi.
Hello.
Right.
Good
Okay, we are
evening.
joined.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning,
evening,
good
Miss A.
morning, Mi A. How are you this evening? Looking lovely.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking, Sonny. It's very hot here in Mandaluyong, and I came from a very busy day, from a
Uh-huh.
school day, work day, and then I went to a mall earlier very quickly to participate in an event by one of the communities we're supporting on the new channel, yung freelancing, FH moms, freelance home mothers, ang ganon.
Oh,
So
wow. All right.
it's a community of freelancers, and they partnered with Surf Philippines and Surf, no, yung Surf. They have this university called WISE University. So they're training mothers to have small businesses and to develop those small businesses. And so I went there kanina. Yun ang ginawa ko this afternoon. And then
Ah,
today,
That's
yeah.
very interesting.
FH
oh,
Moms, yun ba yung kay ano, Miss Lay?
MK.
Ah, kay MK.
Yeah, Day is also part of it, but MK Bertulfo. She's also with the
Ah, okay,
TNC.
okay.
Yes.
It's
Kapatid
very
natin dun sa ano, TNC.
yeah, it's very
Yes, and
interesting to
Global
me.
Women Who Rule as well.
It's very interesting to me that Surf, I remember Surf, yun yung sabon, right? And
Yes.
yun
Sabong
yung
panlaba.
sabon panglaba, right? And I remember yung tagline nga nila, yung wais, from
Mm-hmm.
25 years ago, and it's still being used right now as a WAIS university. All right, that's interesting in let's say brand recognition, right? Maybe that's
Mm-hmm.
something that we can think of. We can talk about later. But thank you for being here, Miss A. No, despite your very hectic Monday schedule, we know that your time is as precious, no, is precious. But thank you for making the time to be here, no, here on Money and More. Right. First of all, our audience would, of course, would like to know a little background of you. How long have you been in the digital marketing space, digital marketing, and in marketing, no, in general? What's the story there?
I think I fully embraced marketing naman. I've always been doing marketing since ever since. So that would be probably 20 years. And then digital marketing, I fully embraced it in 2017. I
Okay.
finished a digital leadership course in 2017. And I'd say that after I finished that course, I took it to heart. No, I took it more, it became part of my lifestyle. It became part of what I do. And that's when I also started to make sure that people understand that whatever they're doing on digital should be done in good. Yon. So I'd say seriously, I took it in 2017. No, but prior to that, as a marketing person, you have to embrace din the digitization of many things.
Mhm.
So yeah, since then and up to now, we've
All
been
right.
doing so many things on digital.
Hmm. Miss A, ano yung aspects ng digital marketing na nagka-interest sa'yo and made you excited?
A lot, a lot. If you're doing marketing and business development like me, No, yan, napaisip tuloy ako. Like, ano ba? If you're doing digital marketing and business development like me, a lot kasi at some point you have to transition your style and your know-how, your technical know-how to include digital marketing. Otherwise, maluluma ka. No, the young ones will be more advanced in terms of understanding and also the use of social media and the platforms. And social media became a big component of digital. And so if you don't fully embrace it or if you don't immerse yourself into it, maluluma ka talaga, which means hindi ka makakasabay sa requirements ng job mo and hindi ka rin makaka-relate sa mga nangyayari sa paligid mo related to advertising as well. So, kailangan mo siya gawin? Did I answer your question properly? Heidi?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
tama.
Maybe you can give us a ano, parang a real world example of how that has how you were able to apply no these trends these aspects of digital marketing to something that you've worked on, something that you've some yeah, some project or some uh some project that you've worked on. Ano yung pinaka memorable sa that 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 really, let's say, impacted you, no, sa mga
Well, when I took the digital leadership course, it was I
okay,
think the first batch in the Philippines in 2017.
okay.
It was in the early of 2017, and when I took that course, it's an investment course. May bayad yon, Sunny, and
Mhm.
so this is about money and investment as well, no? So
Right, right.
taking up a leadership course on digital was not cheap. You
Yeah.
know, you have to invest on it in terms of buying the course itself and then taking the course. Not only that you have to pay for the course, you also have to spend at least 6 to 12 weeks, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. of the entire Saturday.
Hmm.
Tatapusin mo yung lahat ng modules and courses that you have to attend face-to-face. And then all throughout the week, may mga kailangan ka ring tapusing activities and exercises. One of the most memorable probably was one of the topics that I remembered when we were being tested as digital leaders is how are you going to transition your company into digital. But I was representing Puzzle
Okay.
Box there. So Puzzle Box, as you know, is already a digital company. We're servicing digital agencies here in the Philippines and we're servicing other broadcast networks also in Asia and also in the US and in the UK. So hindi naman siya malaking change sa akin kasi ginagawa na namin siya. It's already a
Hmm.
combination of marketing and tech and customer service yung ginagawa namin at Puzzle Box eh. So, but I think yung magandang approach dun sa digital leadership course that I took and I finished is the part where you have to disrupt your business. So you
Okay.
have to create a business plan where in the entire course you will have to disrupt your business and then change its model. So if you started your business traditionally, you have to disrupt it and find a way on how you will still survive even if there's disruption. So I'd say in that exercise kasi medyo mahaba yung course namin for 4 months or more yung course na yon,
Mm.
and every week may mga kailangan kang gawin. And then, after a while, kailangan mo mag-thesis kasi may thesis dun sa course and you also have to defend your thesis. So may defense yung thesis mo dun sa course. So imagine you need to market your company and at the same time you need to come up with a problem for on how your business will be disrupted and a solution on so that when your business disrupts you will still be able to survive and then be able to come up with a plan for it like a literally like you write it down and then come up with a plan and you have to deliberate that and explain that to your thesis advisors and you have to be able to pass that exercise. So I think pinaka memorable doon is because during the time that you're deliberating, it's like parang fino-fold talaga yung operations ng business mo. And then kailangan mong i-present na paano mo siya either lalabanan na hindi mag-fold or paano mo siya lalabanan na, na ma-recover mo siya pag nag-fold siya. So I think the interesting part is that during the time of pandemic, it's what really happened, right? So,
Actually, yeah.
diba? Because during pandemic, it's either you change your business model so that you will survive, or you change your business so that you will still survive, diba? So it was something similar to that. Kaya when the pandemic happened, parang this is the real test of that exercise that I took in 2017. But of course, this one is real life. Kasi yon, kumbaga sa story, satire eh. Diba? Parang, kumbaga gumawa ka ng problem, but you also offered
Yep.
solution to the problem. Dito, syempre, yung, when pandemic happened, this is real life, diba? This is really what's going to
Pero
happen
parang
if
ano, no?
you innovate it.
Parang it prepared you for something that was unexpected, right? So who would have
Yeah,
expected na yung thesis that you did will prepare you for the actual life event na nangyayari during, I mean, that was 2017, and who would have
yes,
expected na in 2020
20.
you'll be able to apply kung ano yung ginawa mong solution for the fallback.
absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Kasi I mean, who would have thought, 'di ba, that there will come a time
Yeah,
where many businesses will be disrupted. But at the end of the day, what the way yung mentality mo as a business owner or a business operator was built after finishing that course was
mhm,
really to keep innovating your services para kumbaga bawas nerbiyos. I mean, how do you say that? Kasi syempre when you're experiencing something for the first time, mas nakakatakot siya, 'di ba, gawin. But ito medyo palalakasin yung loob mo because when you enter digital, be ready to be disrupted talaga. Kasi merong mga
mhm.
traditional ways na hindi mo basta-basta mai-implement sa digital. There are
Okay.
also digital ways that won't actually work for for traditional, let's just say, marketing or advertising your business. 'Di ba? May mga digital ways na hindi mag-work sa traditional. May mga traditional, like for example, 'di ba, text messages became the replica or the replacement of flyering, 'di ba? There's hardly anyone
Correct,
doing
correct,
flyering now.
correct.
Brochures are still alive, but flyering konti na lang, 'di ba? Very guerrilla na yung approach nila, meaning doon na sa area na yon lang naglalagay. Hindi katulad dati kahit saan, 'di ba, nag-flyering.
Mm.
Ngayon, because you have already social media, now because you already have, you know, text messages rin. So those were actually replacements of flyering, yung the once popular flyering.
Hmm.
So may mga ganon, may mga meron talagang mawawala. Meron at meron ding mga digital na hindi mag-work sa traditional media. Like
I
printing,
remember,
'di ba? Printing, 'di ba? May digital print, but the output is
correct.
still actual print. So, you can't digitize it. Iba pa rin yung hawak mo yung printed material versus nakikita mo lang siya on screen. 'Di ba?
Mm, mm.
So, may
Mhm.
mga ganong klaseng business na kailangan mong i-transition, but at the same time, meron at merong hindi mag-work.
Now that's interesting in the sense that you're talking about disruption, no? You have to disrupt your business, especially with things with with the world, how the world is changing, no? And of course the world has changed since 2020, and in fact the maybe that quote unquote the traditional, tama ba?
Yes.
Traditional media of reaching out to your customers or connecting to your customers may no longer apply to your business model, whether big or whether big or small. You've interacted with many of our, like influencers, for example. Influencers is was not a thing at all 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
actually.
Right? No such thing. There's no such thing as an we have celebrities, sure, but
Yes.
ngayon we have influencers, no? And these are disruptions, these are changes in the landscape of marketing in general, no? Now, based on your interaction with your new interactions, let's say with influencers and movers and shakers, right? What are the trends, no, that are happening that businesses must adjust to, with regards to connecting to their customers and maybe building their brand later on. So one, connecting their customers, building brand.
Hmm. I think one of the things that really we took home, no, in terms of understanding, as you said, influencer marketing, um, would be community building. That's one
Okay.
thing that many people are looking at right now. And I
Okay.
think that's also one of the, I'd say, modesty aside, that's one of the strengths and what we have built on TNC. This is really community on community, no? Parang your
Okay.
niche hatching, parang you're creating one community, one following on a very niche of niche, no? Parang business na nga of business pa. Parang ganon. And on TNC, as you know, syempre like you guys, you'd have your own following, you'll have your very specific following from the financial in institution where you came from the community of people who are following you through, syempre, through AIA. But there are also other communities, no? Like the brands, they treat it as community. Your customers are no longer just mere customers. Customers are community or group of people na siya. And group of people who can testify for the kind of company or the kind of service that you are. One basic example, in the classic, one basic example would be the group of hosts, that we have on TNZ. That's already a targeted audience, a very niche audience, because we're all key opinion leaders, thought leaders in different industries. And we are the targeted audience, but we're also the applicators, in within our own industry. Kasi we are leaders, but we're not just speaking leaders, we are also doers. So, yan yung difference ng nakita kong new market or new environment right now. Brands are really looking for communities as well to target or to partner or to create conversations, to create content, no, for them. And I think yung na-transition naman na coming from traditional pa rin, it would be the user-generated content, what they call UGC. Or ito yung mga first-hand experiences ng mga tao that they're really sharing. No? So many people are attracted to seeing celebrities or influencers when they see these celebrities or influencers using a particular thing or trying out a particular product or going to going to a certain place, and then they want to do it as well. So that's still part of what has been happening before and is still transition right now. The only difference is that before we're just being kumbaga influenced by celebrities or mga newscasters, 'di ba? Or the politicians, the ones that were always seen on TV. But because there's the new platform, which is the social media platforms and even the websites that are coming up with different video on demand materials like Netflix, um, yan yung naging difference, no? Hindi mo na lang nakukuha yung information or yung influence, yung marketing sa ng isang bagay through the mainstream, which is mostly TV, and then you have radio, and then you have print. Ngayon, marami na. Maraming component, marami ng dimensions yung visual, hindi na lang siya TV. Kasi before TV lang, tapos naging
Yeah.
TV and outdoor ads, 'di ba? And
Right.
the outdoor ads, of course, it has also transitioned from an actual printed tarpaulin to a digital material, 'di ba? So that is another form of visual marketing for you. But now it's really different. It's everywhere. A lot of people are tech savvier now. We're all We spend so much time on our mobile devices and
Right.
consume information also differently now. Dati, makikita lang natin, blog lang dati, 'di ba? Babasahin lang natin. And then nag-transition tayo into vlog. Yung vlog, dapat may nagsasabi sa'yo kung ano yung nangyayari. Ngayon, content na talaga siya. Kailangan it
Yeah.
has to be a short story that you're seeing para maging interested ka.
Right.
At the end of the day, Sunny and Heidi, I'd still say that there's still room for the kind of content that we're creating on TNC because these are ungarnished, unfiltered, real time, and real life conversations, which
Right.
doesn't happen a lot on mainstream. That's
Right.
why, leading to the future of social media marketing and leading to the future of new media, we are not going to compete with any mainstream platform. Kasi we are an alternative platform for them. These are conversations na baka hindi mo maitawid sa mainstream. These are
Yeah.
conversations na baka hindi mo siya matapos in a setting of one episode na yung so much for entertainment. These are educational references materials in form of conversations that people can actually watch and consume anytime, anywhere. And whatever conversations we're doing now can still be used a year or two from now. Diba? Do you agree? Kasi like
Correct, correct.
Tama.
maybe the change, maybe the rates will change, but the strategies it will only evolve, but not everything will not, much of it will transition. It's not going to disappear at all.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually noticed, no, because of social media, uh, yung pinaka-raw na na content, yun ang talagang sinusubayan, no? Yung walang coating. So it means to say that people are for the natural na way of
Real.
yeah, yung real situation, yung nakaka-relate sila, di ba?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We have a very this is an exciting conversation we're having with TNC President Apple Manansala, and we'll have more of her insights on the future of digital marketing when we come back after this break.
Greenfield District, the future-ready district, home to Greenfield Tower, with its state-of-the-art fiber optic internet backbone. Connectivity is built right into residences like Twin Oaks Place. 15 flourishing hectares right at the heart of Metro Manila, so that at work and at play, we can plant a future where dreams grow. Greenfield District, the future-ready district.
The New Channel is an online alternative new media platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on the screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you.
TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our channel is a responsible global 24/7 platform that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity.
Right. Watch Watch Money and More with Sunny and Haydee Tuesdays at 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in the US and Tuesdays 8:30 p.m. Philippine time. You can watch live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcast. Just search hashtag TNC now.
Yeah, and we also have our FB page, Money and More with Sunny and Heidi. And we are also accepting sponsorships. Please email now at thenewchannel.com or send us a direct message. Enjoy these life changing shows because we made them specially for you.
All right, we are back, and we are still with having this conversation with President and CEO of TNC, Miss Apple Manansala. Right.
Hi, Miss A.
Welcome back,
Hi
Miss A.
again.
Very
Nice
interesting
to be
yung
back.
the last thing that you mentioned before you left, no? Was that how traditional media, no? How
In
traditional media,
advertising.
yeah, has revised based on what people are consuming, no, connecting with people. And we mentioned a little bit about reality. Is that right? Reality. No, reality, parang over the past 5 years we've seen a shift, no, in on how people consume content. Is that right? Consume content or are influenced, no, are influenced. We used to be influenced by television and celebrities, right? But now it is the ordinary person and social media as the primary driver of influencing decisions, of influencing decisions. That is the trend right now. Can you can you tell us, Miss Apple, no, for businesses of any size, whether a small business or even a large business, how can they maximize these trends? How can they maximize these trends to, number one, in digital marketing, to be able to build their brand?
Well, small or big businesses, you have to listen to what the trend is talaga.
Okay.
Yeah, like you have to be agile. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure you've heard that a lot when I was finishing that course in 2017. Lagi ko naririnig yan. You have to be agile. You have to
Agile.
be able to innovate. Ganyan. So, lahat ganon. And I think, um, paano ba yon? Parang, you have to make that as part of your existence as a business. to keep on innovating your services, to keep on adjusting and adapting. But hindi naman kailangan yung buong business mo yung nire-review mo lagi to be able to adapt and to be able to, to say that you're agile. It doesn't mean that you have to shift all your gears all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you still have to have the regular, of course, when you're in a business, there are different gears yan eh, di ba? Like, you have different components of your business. And some of the gears of your business or departments in your business or services in your businesses, hindi mo naman siya pwedeng, you can't keep on changing that. There should be something that is just specifically meant for your business. And there are some parts that you can keep, growing. There are some parts that you can remodel. There are some parts where you can be really agile. To say that your entire business has to be agile means that you dedicate a portion of your business to keep doing your business development.
Okay.
Kasi if you're also stagnant to just one thing in your business, then that might not help you. No, you don't have to wait for 5 years to be able to determine whether you're still gonna survive with your business or not, son. In a matter of 3 months,
Mm.
6 months, you would know unless you change. No,
Mm-hmm.
like in my case, TNC is not just the only business that I'm managing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys know that. When before pandemic, our family opened up a barber shop, a new business venture into a barber shop, and it's a very specialized service barber shop. It's meant for a very niche audience, no, those who prefer to be pampered and not just to go to just any place. So it has to be a comfortable place. Now, how are you going to shift your gear easily when you just soft launch your
Yeah.
business and then pandemic happened and this is a service business? And at some point
Right.
here in the Philippines, Sunny, there was a time when the salons, the barbershops couldn't operate because you are
Of course.
mandated not to operate. So if you're not going to change some parts of the model of your business, you're just really gonna die, right? So in that business, what did we do? What we did is we geared up our team and we allowed, we got barbers who can drive motorcycles at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So our store is in, or our shop is in Green Hills, but we are able to service people as far as Las Piñas, Novaliches, and Manila,
Mm-hmm.
different parts. When originally you just intended your business for those that are nearby, but
Right.
then those that are nearby, di naman magpapagupit at the time during the nung nakabalik na kami from the first or second round of pandemic. Yung what they called it, nag-close yung operations, right? What they call that. So when we came back operating, you were operating at what, 30% in the beginning, and then you became 50%, and then you became 70%. So you see that there are some parts in that business, at least, no, because that's easier to explain. In that business, you know that some parts that you have been doing in the past, like what are those things? Those things like putting on masks for our staff, kahit walang pandemic before, we're already doing that. So,
Mm-hmm.
walang change yun. Like, our staff were not complaining that, it's hot or like it's suffocating or something, because you're in the business of grooming. So, it's natural that our people from the very beginning, even if there's no pandemic yet, they're really nakamask the whole time inside the shop while they're grooming the the customers. And then so during the pandemic, wala kang option, no? Kahit mag-unmask ka, wala namang pumapasok, walang masyadong tao. So what did we do? We hired some barbers who can drive motorcycles at the same time. So we allowed them to carry the service to the homes of our customers. So now our customers doesn't have to go to us, they just call us and they book the barber, their favorite barber, and then the barber will either drive to their home or we get someone to drive for the driver using a motorcycle. For one, para mura. Pangalawa, para mabilis. No, para makakarami pa rin yung barber. So that's one of the innovations na hindi namin nga nakita from when we were starting the business. And then after that, because you're in a place where, it's very niche, yung audience.
Yeah.
And so what we did, what we observed is that the other businesses, including hair salons for women, nag-close na kasi hindi na talaga nagpupunta yung mga tao to operate, and the rent is high, etc. For so many reasons. So what did we do? Another innovation that we did is a portion, kasi the barbershop can only operate even up to now not on full capacity. So what we
Right.
did, because yung mga nagpapa-barber, kunwari bata, may kasamang nanay, or asawa, yung lalaking asawa, may kasamang babaeng asawa. Tapos nag-close yung salon sa area. So ang ginawa namin, one portion of the barber shop, we ask our landlord if we can convert it into a salon service. No, so that's what we did. So my hair color is care of our barbers, because these barbers are also trained to color your hair. And then another innovation, we hired a colorist and talagang salon expert na pumupunta lang. He doesn't have to be there every day, because again, you're operating at your business being an agile business. So you try to cover the things that are, number one, in demand. Number two, the services that are flexible na pwede mong gawin nang hindi ka masyadong gagastos, no? And so somehow, even if we started October of 2019, so 3 months pa lang, less than 6 months nag-ooperate, nag-pandemic na, napa-close ka na kaagad. But, in ways that we can, so far, the barbershop is still operating right now. We're just,
Right.
only a few businesses can adapt to that. You just have to quickly, address those things na kulang. So pag hindi mo kasi na-hit yon, you might lose the business talaga. And we've seen many of that.
Yeah. Studies have shown that the pandemic has hit about 60% of existing businesses. No, that of that 60%, about 50% of that 60% has either shut down, nawalan na. But many have thrived because of, as you mentioned, no, I like that word. They were agile enough to change their business
Agile.
model, no, to change their business model to sustain the business, and that is still the trend moving forward, no, even in a post-pandemic world. Yeah, even
Actually, yeah.
even in pandemic, no, building a brand right now means being able to reach out to a very expansive social media that is driven by quote unquote reality. Parang anybody can now be a celebrity or an influencer, not necessarily not necessarily as not necessarily a media personality in the traditional sense, no. You just came, Heidi, no, and Apple, you came from the social media summit, is that right? Social media influencers summit. I want to touch a little bit on that, just a little bit, no. Kumusta ang experience ninyo dun? Kasi I'm very intrigued right now on the influence of social media, no, on decision makings, tama ba? On how people decide what to watch, 'di ba? Can you, both of you, you were there. Um, can you let our audience know what was the experience being with these influencers?
No,
What was the,
actually ako,
Mm,
I'll speak first because it was my
okay,
first time to join, no?
okay,
And hindi talaga ako maka-social media. Well, I do Facebook, yes, but I don't watch yung mga vlogs, I don't watch yung mga TikTok, but grabe yung experience ko doon because I see fans na outside the mainstream, no? Kasi tayo makapa 'pag nakita natin si Piolo Pascual talagang hiyawan tayo ng hiyawan and the other celebrities, but it's also the same with the social media personalities. So grabe,
okay,
I can see it there na talagang people went to the venue na parang they are also idolizing mga mainstream celebrities. So I told Apple and Celia na grabe pala ang community ng mga influencers na ito, no? They're also like celebrities in their own way. And maganda siya kasi I met with some social media personalities na sorry to say, no, na may sense talaga. But others, ang nakakapang-ano lang kay yung iba talagang wala. So, but people really also admire and idolize them. Maybe because natutuwa sila or
What do you mean
nagustuhan
wala?
nila,
As
gusto
in,
nila yung
hindi sila
ginagawa nila,
appealing in a
no? So,
traditional sense?
I just wish, no, I just wish na these social media influencers will also have that responsibility, no, to the people na they are already there, they're already famous and they already have followers. So at least man lang they will also have or they will also create contents na may sense na makaka-educate then somehow to the younger generation. Miss A.
Ako, nakita ko lalo yung dimension. Kasi ako familiar, I'm already
Yeah.
exposed, familiar with them. I saw the dimension of, you can be an influencer slash politician. You can be an
Mhm.
influencer slash celebrity. You can be an influencer slash, social media content creator.
Right.
You can be an influencer slash model, ganyan. Or you can also be an influencer slash, bakit ka natatawa, Sani? You can also be an influencer slash nobody. Slash nobody,
Yeah.
like me, I
Right.
consider myself as just nobody. I mean, I don't think I'm famous, or I don't think the people that I know are so famous, but you're influential. You're influential because you have a certain number of people that will listen to you, and you have a certain number of people who when you tell them to do something, they will act on it. So
Mm.
I think the only difference is that yung magnitude nung social media is because masipag silang gumawa ng content. That's one. No? Number two, magaling silang gumawa ng content, I'd say. I mean, yeah, I agree with Heidi na I also wish for the same, that hopefully, we can help them campaign that one day everybody will realize that hopefully ma-continue natin yung mga think before you click campaign. And now I'm campaigning really aggressively on digital for good. Kasi what good will it give you if after a few days or after a few weeks hindi ka na proud dun sa ginawa mong content? Hindi ka na proud dun sa naging conversation nyo. Yeah, I understand. Let's have fun. Let's be happy. Let's do it for ourselves. Let's not do it for other people. I get all of that, and I have high respect for people who are doing something like that. But sometimes, and sometimes we have to also step back and realize that no man is an island. We don't exist just for ourselves. So there's some sort of like, you know, a level of responsibility. Tama si Heidi that she said. There has to be hoping that, through TNC, we can help some of those people who hasn't realized it to understand that it takes an expert mindset, or if not expert mindset, an experienced mindset, to say that you should be doing this on social media and not. And like what I was saying nga rin, social media is given to us as a privilege. It's free, right? I was talking to the students of University of Batangas yesterday, and I was telling them that kasi um their lifestyle is different. They're half our age, or even more. But their lifestyle is really different. None of them has read a magazine all their lives. So I
Comics.
told them that, as you transition into the understanding the new media and appreciating all this new media that's being available for you, you also might want to go back to the real history of why we have this new media in the first place. Because you don't want to be there in that space 10 years, 20 years from now when people are talking about magazine. You haven't even touched a magazine. I was so surprised. I was talking to like 70 students. They haven't even read a Reader's Digest all their lives. And Reader's Digest is easy to get. It's still in the
Yeah,
supermarkets these days. Andun pa rin siya.
bookstores. Yeah.
Nandun pa rin siya. So, what I'm saying is that, sabi ko nga sa kanila, I'm also not a reader, but I'm an observer. And part of that observation is that when you see something that still exists, you pick it up and you try to understand what it is. So, yeah, I guess yon. I was telling them that it's okay to be happy. It's okay. That's what we're supposed to be here for. Find your peace, be happy, be yourself, be unapologetic, but be responsible as well. Kasi sometimes yung being responsible nakakalimutan.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if more people will become more responsible, then I guess baka konti yung taong magkaaway, konti yung taong
Parang
nagkaroon na
world
talo-talo.
peace ang mangyayari.
Yeah. May
Although,
mga sumasali sa conversation natin, no? There are about 7,000 to 9,000 people watching us
all
right
right.
now. Ano mo
Yeah.
naman? So, si Ange was here actually. Hi,
Yeah,
Ange.
I
I
see
saw her.
Ange.
I saw her. And then
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
it's Justin Pascual said influencer slash nobody percent 100% true. Ano kaya ibig niya sabihin doon?
He
you
agreed
can
na
you can
may
be anybody. You can be
Justin,
anybody
are
that
you
you
still
want to
there?
be.
Baka you wanna explain to
Huh?
us what you meant by influencer slash nobody percent 100% true. 100% true.
Right. You can be
oh, na
anybody.
meron. Na
Na
meron.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call
You can be
yourselves
you
nano
can be a
influencers.
nobody, but you can be somebody. You can be somebody to someone, even if you're nobody. Because as we said right now, no, the traditional celebrity model is already out the window. It's
Mhm.
cheaper to get your face out there in social media because, as you said, it's essentially free. All right,
Yeah,
and
I don't know
yeah,
about you guys. Do you listen to celebrities and what they tell you, 'di ba? I mean, I don't think, to be honest, we're that market. I
yeah,
honestly don't think we're that market. Ako, I look at my friends. I look at the people I deal with every day, what they're up to, what they're doing,
right,
what they're using. And through their experiences, that's how I am able to explore other things as well. I see less of celebrities here and even abroad because more and more what their day in the life, because they've somehow it's being abused to show what's day in your life is sometimes it's becoming a cause of someone's, 'di ba? Um,
yeah, okay.
problem, 'di ba? Daming
Torment,
naiinggit, 'di ba? Daming naiinggit, daming nato-torture because of it kasi people are questioning, why does she have this and I don't have it? Yung mga ganon.
yeah,
So, which is I think normal, but because it has became popular and also normalized na yung pinapakita yung day in your life, kahit na yung day in your life mo hindi naman day in the life of what 80 million Filipinos in the Philippines doesn't share the same day in your life. But
right, okay,
people still consume it. People still consume it. Gusto ba nila ng sakit ng ulo? Gusto na ng nahihirapan sila? I don't know. I really don't know. That's why we have to be responsible. We have to think of what we are watching. We also have to also think of the people that we're idolizing.
Mhm.
mhm,
I mean, not everyone should. I mean, of course, hindi natin sisiraan. Pero, we have to be taught how to say that you wanna be that person, not because that person has so much money. Kasi
mm,
money you can earn that
We're
work
not
hard.
actually making sira to them, right? And I know that they also know what we meant, no? So, kung ano
Mm.
yung responsible content.
Right.
Kasi yung iba naman, they just wanted to be popular na nagmamadali na maging
Ah,
popular without
yeah.
considering kung ano yung effect, no?
Well,
So anyway, let's talk
Miss
about
Carney,
TNC.
sa, ano, Sunny and Haydee, si Miss Carmi has a very good point. I think I'm not sure if you're seeing it.
Uh-huh.
Sa
yeah, you see it.
I'm not sure if you're seeing it. The challenge is to create compelling content that's fun, engaging, and inspiring. That's why we at TNC as influencers must set the trend in sharing relevant and creative content to encourage positive behaviors. Social media empowers
I
us to share
totally
thoughts,
agree.
diba? And it's a good thing. We just have to be more responsible. Yeah, agree 100% with Miss
Totally
Carmi.
agree. Now, speaking about TNC, Miss A, no? So, we know that it's been more than 3 years, about almost 3 years, no, since the launch of TNC as an alternative media channel. So, ano yung ano? How can you describe the change and growth ng TNC over the past years?
Growth over the past years.
Ba't ka natatawa?
Or change. Change.
So many things. As we
So
said
many
nga
things.
first of all, shout out ko lang yung kapatid ko, hindi ko kasi na shout out yan last time I guested eh. So,
Hi,
well
Ate
said,
Ira.
idol. No, si Chris, yung
Sino
brother
si
ko na
Chris pala? Akala
um,
ko si Ate Ira.
hi.
Hi, Chris.
How has it changed? So much has changed. Like before, we're just all live stream, and we're still doing live stream right now. But before, we're very much um alam mo yun, dictated by the number of people watching us. And even ako, and I'm sure the both of you doesn't dictate the kind of content and the conversations that you're creating already.
Okay.
It does affect you still right now, but ngayon, what I'm just up to is just basically creating many stories,
Okay.
hoping that one day, 5 years from now, probably that's how I'm envisioning this, um, or even more, they will still go back to this content. And this is already a legacy for all of you thought leaders and key opinion leaders on TNC. I think over the past 2 years that I've been doing TNC, I've also seen the transformation in many of our creators on TNC. And I don't even consider you as just mere creators. You're not creators. You have worked so hard for where you are. I mean, with respect to those creators who have also worked so hard to where they are right now, but some are very young. I'm not saying they haven't worked hard, but of course you have to give credit to the time, to the number of years that you had to do what you have done, and that makes you more equipped or better equipped in terms of experience, among the other, compared to others. But what I'm saying is that I've seen now that the
Mhm.
people on TNC, you as hosts, you're not just mere hosts. You're actually thought leaders. You're thought leaders, and so you are key opinion leaders. You stand on your own. You have your own business. You have your own content, and majority of us, even myself, we're doing this because we want to contribute to having that, advocate of the digital for good. We want the industry of financial industry, just in within your industry, to understand that
Digital
you
for good.
can actually create, diba, conversations that aims to transform other people who might watch it. And so sometimes meron tayong mga challenges, like some people cannot relate because some people think that we're too edgy. Some people were saying we're too business-like. Some people were saying we're too serious. But, you know, of course, we listen to that. And so they have to watch and continue to listen to us, and they have to continue to appreciate what we're doing, so that we will be enabled to do the other content that they are also requesting, right? So those are the things that we are still, looking forward to doing next year in
Right.
2023.
Right. Exciting things happening for us moving forward, no? In TNC, we have a vision for our content, and the direction of where we're going. Um, uh, so and for everyone listening as well, no, do not expect changes to stop, because as social media matures, no, social media as a platform matures, ngayon nasa growth stage pa lang siya, we'll be seeing changes, no, on how we consume, no, how we consume, let's say, ads, how we consume, uh, how we look at digital platforms, and learning how to maximize digital platforms to to push your business forward, or to adjust your business given these trends, is key to survive in the long term, right? I like
Yeah.
that word, Miss
And
Apple.
yeah. And
Agile.
yeah. And
And
Sonny, I think,
adaptability. We
yes,
really need to adapt, you know.
adapt. We have to adapt. And you know what, Sunny and Heidi, it's very important nga that maybe some of those who are following you might be listening to you even on replay would say, anong pinag-uusapan nila about social media marketing and building a better business on money and more?
Uh,
Actually, social media marketing and the things that we're doing here on TNC are actually all investments.
right.
This is just in form of content. So if some people judge us and they think that this is easy, like easy to talk to yourself or easy to talk to someone on screen, easy to think of a topic and come up with, a show like this, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's just as difficult as when you are creating your own content. But, again, with respect to those who are doing day in the life, that's easy. That's easy. It's just a matter of, confidence to show what you're doing in your life every day. But tayo, creating this show, let's just say Money and More, this is not even 10% of our lives, 10% of our daily lives. Itong conversation that we're doing, the time that we're spending here. So it's not easy what we're doing. And so because this is already hard work, we just have to keep doing it. We just have to keep doing it because for Money and More, how many? Like 59 episodes? Did I catch that correctly?
39.
39.
39. You see, 39
39.
episodes. The others, the others had to make thousands of episodes before they broke in, before people embraced them, before people acknowledged them. Thousands. And these are the ones that are highly reliable. They had to make thousands. And I think to end lang no yung like where TNC has been for the past 2 years and now. I mean, after creating more than 2,000 uh, videos, like our videos, an hour of content videos, we needed to also understand that there's a demand for us to create shorter videos. And so that's what we're doing. We're creating shorter videos because our the people around us are asking for it. They're already acknowledging us as a new media and as an alternative platform. So I guess not many people can relate to us at this point, but you can just imagine the number of emails, the number of requests to cover an event that we have been receiving. So, and we can't say no to them because they always say that the conversations that they're having with us in real life are so much different from the other conversations that they're having normally. So I'm so glad that at this point, slowly, people are already appreciating our new us being, us being a new media platform. Kasi they're really seeing our difference from the others. I mean, you, Heidi, has experienced this, right? The reception was really very positive. No, none has said no to have a conversation with you, even if it's just, having a selfie conversation. But, because you are equipped to create that, because you are anchored by your show, the questions that you normally throw these people are often intelligent questions, eh. 'Di ba?
Mhm.
Because, that's how you were built already. You're already built through your experience. You have been doing that within your industry for a while now. So, parang wala naman din reason para makapagtanong ka ng bagay na hindi pasok doon sa mindset din ng tinatanong mo na tao. Baka minsan sumobra, which is always better, 'di ba? Kasi mas maganda na yung sobra tayo kasi we can fill in for other people than tayo naman yung kulang. But as a business, there's still so many things to do. Kumbaga, sabi nga nung famous quote, papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
break. We won't break rules, but we'll definitely break norms.
Okay.
This is a pandemic concept. This is already being embraced by some people who at some point has questioned, ano ba yung ginagawa nyo na yan? 'Di ba? And of the many people who has done what we're doing, at least here in the Philippines, I couldn't recall sino pa yung nag-survive except for us. And I think that's one thing that I'm so proud of. Kasi it takes, 'di ba? It takes responsibility, to continue to do what you're doing. And you know that because you're doing it for something, for a bigger purpose. You just have to keep going and just keep doing it. And yeah, basta, there's still so many things that we haven't done. There's still so many things that we can do. And it's tiring. It's tiring to be everywhere. Sa totoo lang. Um, our editors are also coping up with the demand of materials that we're releasing. But I'm just glad that, slowly we're pacing it, slowly we're doing it, and the people that we're talking to about what we're doing are very positive about it. So I wish that it's gonna continue that way, and that we continue to become an avenue to help, people who doesn't have an avenue to promote their businesses. We become an avenue for first timers who will be interviewed, you know, just like how we were first timers in doing all of this, 'di ba? So ang sarap mapa-experience sa ibang tao the same level of experience that we had when we were starting this channel together. Kasama kayo doon.
Yep. Yep. It's a journey, and we're here for it. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Apple, President and CEO of TNC, and for your insights, no, on digital marketing now, and the future of the digital space. We will talk to you more soon. Maraming salamat.
Thank you,
Thank you
Miss
also.
A.
Thank you, Heidi and Sunny. Please continue to do more conversations about money and how people will use their 10,000 pesos for something that will help people. Kasi dyan tayo nag-start, eh. So, we will always go back to that. All
Oh,
right? Thank you, guys.
all
And
right. Thank
stay
you, Miss
Thank
A.
safe.
you and good night.
Thank you to those who watched the episode as well.
All right. Maraming salamat sa mga nanonood tonight, to everybody who watched us tonight.
Very
And
interesting topic, di ba, San?
yeah, very interesting topic. Very engaging guest as well. Um, to all to our listeners, and to those who have put in the comments, who have said things in the comments. Thank you very much. Um, like and share our channel if you found this interesting and insightful. We will continue to we will continue to produce insightful content for you with regards to money and
Mhm.
more. Parang
Yeah,
ganun,
and
no?
they can, for those who were not able to start the episode
Mm-hmm.
tonight, no? They can watch the replay in YouTube or in Facebook.
In
So,
Facebook.
pwede nilang i-browse yon.
Right. Right. So it's been a long night for all of us. Thank you very much for being here, Heidi.
Thank you too, and thank you to our viewers.
All right. Okay. And as always, we want to let you know that have a Merry Christmas moving forward. Budget your time and your money. And always remember that your financial future is in your
Is in your
hands.
hands.
All right. This
This
is
is
Sunny,
Heidi Jaldon
and
of
this is
Money
Sunny
and More.
Haldon, Money and More. Thank you and good
Good
night.
evening.